Again, no recording devices are permitted. Questions from the public will be answered through the CAO report. Okay, and the adoption of the agenda. Do we have an adoption of the agenda?
I move that we adopt the agenda as presented.
I second the motion.
All in favor? Passed. Okay. I wish to have the approval of the minutes on the June 21st, 2018 meeting minutes.
I move that we approve the minutes as presented for June 21st, 2018.
Do I have a second?
I second.
All in favor? Passed. Okay, report, CAO's report. Please, Gordon.
Okay, just to let everybody know from now on, our meetings will be in here. I guess they've opened up daycare in the Valewood room where we used to be, so I'll adjust the website and make sure that everybody knows that it's in here. The schedule stays the same. So from Coors Engineering perspective, we continue to work with Coors Engineering regarding the preliminary design of the water treatment plant. The tentative project schedule is as follows. Award the site preparation contract in September. The site preparation construction is going to begin in October. It will go through to December. The contract is 120 days. The detailed design will be complete sometime in November and hopefully go to VIHA about that same time. And then in 2019, we're going to do the tender process in the first month of 2019, which is January. And the reason we're going to do that is because we think it's a lot better time to release the tender documents in January, in the beginning of the year, when companies are a lot more hungry. We could probably do it a little bit earlier in December, but releasing tender documents in early December it is not a good plan. So we're going to wait and release them in January, and then we'll award the contract probably sometime in early February, and hopefully the construction will begin in February or March. So the site preparation contract has been awarded to Edge Excavating for a total of $282,150 plus $14,107 in GST. It's anticipated the contract will start in October, and we had 5 bids, and they were ranging from $282,000 to $750,000. Wow. So there was quite a range in the bids. So as you can see, that Edge's bid was very competitive, and I was thinking from my perspective, based on my past project management experience, that it would probably come in somewhere around $300,000. So I was quite happy to see that it came in under that. So the billing and meter reading software implementation. The new billing and accounting software VADM implementation process is complete. It'll take about 6 to 9 months to fully implement the complete system. We've certainly had a few hiccups, and the UBID administration staff really appreciate the landowner's patience. We're getting there. We're not running parallel with the other system now. It's actually going a little bit better than we had planned, but it's a brand new system, and we have to migrate a lot of data over. And so, yes, certainly there has been a few hiccups, but every week it's getting better now. So thank you for your patience. Island Timberlands stakeholder meeting. Island Timberlands have invited UBID staff, which is myself and Danny, our superintendent and chair, to participate in our Langley Lake Watershed Assessment Stakeholder Meeting. Island Timberlands consultants have finished the assessment and completed their report. The stakeholder meeting is an important step in our Island Timberlands Watershed Assessment process. So Island Timberlands appreciates the participation of the invitees to review and provide input. The proposed date for the meeting is in November 2018, and the agenda will include introduction and safety, a summary of the assessment process, the assessment results, discussion and input from stakeholders, and development of an action plan to move forward with. Vancouver Island Health Authority update. Sonia Jensen from Water Woman Consulting has been hired to work with UBID staff, mainly our Public Works Superintendent and myself, Vancouver Island Health Authority, and the local stakeholders to create a water system assessment plan to meet PHA's requirements to be completed in the fall of 2018. Additionally, we have submitted an extensive plan to the Vancouver Island Health Authority regarding UBID's failure to construct the water treatment plant by August the 31st, 2018. Once this plan has been approved by Island Health, the highlights will be released to landowners. My preliminary reports from Island Health that they've accepted the majority of the report. I'll be meeting with Island Health shortly just to finalize a few little details. But from UBID's perspective, not a lot will change as far as how we operate. We'll just be in communication a lot more with Vancouver Island Health Authority if any of our readings go above the required amounts. So if our turbidity levels go higher. From a credit collection perspective, we sent reminder notices were issued to landowners and their authorized designate whose water tolls deemed to be in excess of 75 days in arrears. We issued and hand-delivered 27 letters to the delinquent accounts, which totals the remaining 13,836 of our credit collection arrears. So previous to that, we were able to collect the other credit collection amount just by through our newsletters and contacting customers. The notices were issued on September the 13th, and the landowners have until October the 4th to pay or arrange for suitable payment plans. We have been arranging for a few payment plans at this point. If water tolls continue to remain outstanding after a 21-day period, a 24-hour water disconnection notice will be issued. We emailed 2 notices, and one landowner already phoned in and said they would make the full payment online. So we've had a pretty good response to the credit collection initiative. And the new VADM software makes it significantly easier for us to do the credit collection. All we do is hit a report, we have the information right away. So.
Sorry.
Mike Hamilton logging, boom log donation. So Mike Hamilton donated logs for the replacement of the Langley Lake log boom. And that basically what it does, we have a log boom all the way across the lake and they're large diameter logs. And what it does is it helps for anything to float into the area where our dam is. So it basically creates a floating dam to create any trees that may fall into the lake or anything to keep our dam safe and our water intake. This donation saved landowners of Union Bay approximately $8,000. So that was pretty generous on behalf of Mike Hamilton and his company. So the UBID board would like to thank Mike for his generous donation. And the last part of my report, the UBID land activities. UBID has 3 pieces of land that are currently being handled by myself as follows. So the Crown Land Grant, the UBID on request from the Ministry of Forest, Lands, Natural Resources, Operations and Rural Development have asked us to relinquish the grant back to the Crown because we are not building a water treatment plant on this property. This request was approved by the board, and I've sent a letter to the ministry already. Highway property, Island Timberlands has been given first right of refusal to for the approximate 10 acres of land, hectares, which is about 26 acres, I think, of land by Highway 19 and McLeod Road per UBID's purchase agreement. So they had that written in the agreement that we automatically have to offer them the opportunity first. And we've not heard back from them at this point, but they've only had the letter probably for a week or 2 days. We have a piece of property on McLeod Road, and the UBID board approved the sale of the McLeod Road property, and the property will be listed in the coming weeks. And this concludes the CAO's report.
Thank you, Gordon.
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Just like to emphasize something, Gord, that maybe everyone's not quite aware of. The bid that we accepted from J.R. Edgett Construction involves the preparation of the site as well as clearing the site, okay? So that means when they're done with that, with their work up there, we should be good to go by putting the plant on there. Is that my understanding?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What will, the plant will, or sorry, the site will be constructed to meet the grade, all the grade requirements will be done, all the proper fill will be onto the site. So it's a real benefit for the perspective of the people who are going to be bidding on it as well, because then they can see exactly what the site looks like and from a construction perspective. So, but nobody can go on the site from a bidding perspective until the whole job is complete and finished, so, which will probably be in mid-December.
Okay.
Okay. The fire chief's report. Rick, would you please read it out?
Union Bay Fire Rescue Fire Chief's Report, prepared by Mark Jackson, the Fire Chief. Date prepared September 4th, 2018. Before I get going on this, I just want to bring up the open house, so before I forget. Fire Protection Week open house at the Union Bay Fire Hall is Wednesday, October the 10th, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Come on down, meet the firefighters, look over the equipment, and grab a snack. Looking forward to you dropping by. So if possible, it would be a good chance to have a look at the fire hall, meet the fire department, and look at the new truck. So that's October the 10th. Is that gonna, we can put that on the website too, probably.
Yeah.
Primary purpose of Mark's report is to keep the Union Bay Improvement District Board informed as to the activities and progress on major programs and or objectives. Incident summary, the department responded to 3 incidents in August. Incident category, first responder, number of calls 1, further action required no. Incident category, motor vehicle incident, number of calls 2, no further action required. Monthly fire response statistics, total time worked, 2 hours 26 minutes. Average time on call, 49 minutes. Total number of responders, 11. Average number of responders, 4. Open fire band in coastal fire centers. I don't think there's any fire bands right now, but best thing is to refer to the BC Wildfire Management Branch website for the latest information. Training, nothing new to report. Vehicles and vehicle safety, nothing new to report. Membership, current strength is 16 members. Fire hall, nothing new to report. Occupational health and safety, nothing new to report. Public relations and events, Lieutenant Pridmore represented Union Bay Fire Rescue in the recent Yana charity event on August 19th. Submitted by Mark Jackson.
All in favor to accept this report?
I move that we accept the report.
We're going to do the public works report
We'll do
first.
the, yeah.
Then we'll accept them all at the same time.
All at the same time, okay. Public Works report, please, Peter.
Okay, repairs, 6097 South Island Highway, leaking from a split pipe just before the curb stop. Had to isolate leak by turning off a section of water main between Harwood Road and the next fire hydrant south. Installed new section of pipe to the existing curb stop. The area around the east side of the meter box is caving in as there is a small creek running along the front of the property. New connections, 4th Street, new connection from main line to meter, waiting for owner. Machamp Road, 1-inch connection from main to meter, installed 1-inch pipe up from the highway to the meter setter and box. The hot tap will have to wait as there are no flaggers in the valley, not working on other projects. It will be done as soon as the team is available. Valve maintenance, all isolation valves have been cleaned and painted in the system. Water stats, input 0.57 NTUs, output 0.55 NTUs. Chlorine is 1.75 parts per million free. Water consumption is 400 cubic meters per day. The Langley Lake height is 59 centimeters. Water temperature 11.4 degrees Celsius. Langley Lake, stage 1 is still in effect until it reaches the 64 centimeter mark down from the spillway. The lily pad growth again this year was minimal and seems to be improving yearly. The lake is now filling and the turbidity is staying low. The lowest mark was minus 59 centimeters, respectively submitted to Danny McGill. Just to be in addition to that, I personally would like to thank Mike Hamilton for that generous donation of the boomsticks, because the ones that were up there were in really tough shape, and we had to get something done about it this year. So it's been done, and that's great. I really appreciate the fact that we saw us way clear to doing that. Anyway, and that's my the public health report.
Thank you, Peter. Okay, acceptance of all 3 reports.
I make a motion, we accept the reports as read.
Just a second.
All in favor? Passed. Thank you very much. Okay, new and other business, there was none. Correspondence, there was none. We were waiting for it and none came. So, at this time, ladies and gentlemen, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much.